Welcome to E360 TV, the live streaming and on-demand destination for influential voices and enlightened audiences. We offer trending, grassroots, and purpose-driven content across a diverse range of interests. E360 TV is more than just watching programs. We offer the ability to interact with live shows connecting audiences to real, authentic influencers and storytellers while streaming to millions of devices. Real experiences. Raw conversations. One destination for it all. E360 TV.
On July 4th, 1962, I found myself in the lost and found of mankind. Just because something finds its way to the lost and found doesn't mean that it wants to be there. Just because something finds its way to the lost and found doesn't mean that the person who lost it doesn't care for that lost item.
You are writing moments that people will learn from, grow from, and heal through for thousands of years. Together, we are co-authoring a unique moment in time. That DNA, those fingerprints, they're going to be gone. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. But it is your story that they will tell for thousands of years. But only if you leave it. Things that do not serve you must go. The longer you wait, the more time you give them to trick you into serving them. 22 homes in foster care, everything I wore as a scar, as a shame, things that started like Velcro on my spirit. After just a few months, then years, then decades, I had believed myself into believing that they were indelible tattoos. Sometimes we have to be broken down to appreciate the view once we start getting up. I want you to leave this place and know that you have been changed. Why? How do I know it's true? Because each of you has just changed.
Need I spell it out before you get it, baby? Show me your soul, and honey, I'll show you mine. I'll show don't see what's yours for the taking tonight.
Ooh, oh, I can't help it. That's my jam. Show me your soul, and I'll show you mine. I'm kidding. Excuse me while I slip into something more comfortable. Have you never longed to say that? Good morning, 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 jazz hands. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, y'all. It is Monday. It is just a beautiful day. It is, I tell you. Big week ahead. Ooh, how was your Easter? First year since I got married that we did not do our basket deal. And we didn't realize we didn't do it until like 9:30 last night. Honey, for the first, I know, but I forgive you. That's what I said. He was like, anyway, it was a great weekend. Big week ahead here at the Bathrobe Moments Honeycomb Hideout. First of all, where are my manners? Say good morning to my sidekick, Miss Lucy McGillicuddy Ricardo. And the bell of purpose is here in full effect. I'll be ringing that bell throughout the broadcast as boom, 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 boom. The traffic cop that comes out and stops traffic because some truth is in the middle of the intersection. That's what that's for. It's because I know you're busy. I don't want you to miss anything. Okay, so is that all right? All right then. Come on in. Say hello. I've got my metabolic balance breakfast with me today. A few people have signed up. I won't mention their names from out there amongst you all, and they're doing great. I will talk about Charles Maddox. You all know him. He was here just the other day. That's my buddy. We were on the phone cracking up last night. He has started, and let's just say it's different for all of us. Ding. Anyway, here is my metabolic balance breakfast for today. I'd like to show you what I'm eating. Piece of rye bread with some almond butter, one boiled egg, one small avocado, and a bunch of melon. Cantaloupe. Doesn't that sound... Sorry, I can't elope tonight. I'm busy. Oh, that's why this is out. It's not real. This is a stress thing. You like squeeze. Oh my goodness. What a big week. Okay, Easter, I hit that. The webinar up there. See that? Take your handheld device, please, pretty please, and capture a photo of that. Go on there. It's going to redirect you. Please go and sign up for this week's. Hold on. I'm coming. This week's Minds. Ooh. I know, fancy, right? Anyway, there you. I know. Thank you. I see you, Beth Anne, shaking your head back there, girl. Thank you. I received that. Listen, you guys, this Wednesday, even though it's a short week, I'll be flying out early on Thursday, headed to Charlotte, North Carolina, but we'll get into that in a second. But we are still having our Mindset Revolution free webinar this Wednesday, part 1 of a 2-part series with my girl, Andrea Fung, all the way. It'll be Thursday morning for them because she is in over in Australia. And she is an ex-trial lawyer turned transformational coach. And boy, her big thing is joy down in my heart. Where? Down in my heart. Where? Down in my heart. Okay, so listen, you're going to learn all about making joy a mindset, not just a mood. You're going to learn how joy can boost your brain, energy, and success. Spot and stop what's secretly stealing your joy, and then how to create your personal joy activation plan so that you can remain in a glowing state. Kind of like moi. I love me some joy, but I love me some trauma too. I do. You know why? Because trauma is the moment that something greater than you has literally marked you. Ding, for greatness. So if you are in and around the Charlotte, North Carolina area, I would love to see you. I have 8 people coming. 6 of them are coaching clients. My publicist will be there, and a couple surprises. Not yet, not that. At the Mecklenburg DSS Annual Forum for Foster Care. I'm so excited. Several hundred, I think they said about 412 people so far are signed up. These are social workers, foster parents. I am so excited about this audience. So I'll be presenting there, and it is free of charge. You can sign up if you're in the Charlotte, North Carolina area. Let me know. I can provide you the link, or go to the Mecklenburg site for DSS, and they have it all there. But if you need it, get it your boy. I'll get it to you. You can sign up. It's free. They even include breakfast and lunch and snacks throughout the day, free of charge. How wonderful is that, right? So we'll see you there. Now, we are gathering the next day, Saturday, the 26th. Okay. Some of us in person. This guy right here, Jason Cisneros, my buddy, my mentor, my bestie, will be joining us from Charlotte. Not Charlotte. What's the other one? In South Carolina? I always get them confused. Charlotte and, oh Lord, is that Jesus, hold on. Is that Senior Moment? I'm not moving until, girl, you may not even get in here today, Beth, if I can't think of this town. Charlotte and Charleston. Oh, thank you, Jesus. Okay, keep playing. Those of you under 50, you have them. They're just called Junior Moments. What I come in this room for? What was I doing? That's how it starts. So anyway, we're going to be there. It's all about trauma, how to turn it into triumph. A great group it's a roundtable discussion. We're going to pull a couple people out of the virtual audience and bring you onto the stage, so that you can share your viewpoint too. It's going to be phenomenal. Brian Big Country, Conwell will be in the house. Nicole Smith will be in the house. Martha Katawi in the house. Tracy Randolph from the Reset Coach will be in the house. I'll be there, and some surprises. You can be there too. Get over, and just if you got anything, you have any questions about it, let me know. But you can watch it on all my platforms. It's Saturday, the 26th, beginning at 11 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Central, and I look forward to you being there. So who do we have today? Oh, I should have worn my hippie hat. It's upstairs, but I wore it Friday. Okay, I won't. Well, Beth Anne, if you don't get off my phone, ooh, you know when you got those names. I know, I already know. But Beth Anne Campbell, you all, I just love this gal. I really do. She is the host of the Thirsty. Speaking of, I'm so thirsty. Just parched. Oh, there you go. The Thirsty Professional. Are you thirsty? Huh? It's a weekly live series where she grabs a cuppa. I guess that means this. Ditch the BS. Oh, I know what that means. Anybody smell that? And she gets real about careers, purpose, and fulfillment. Now that was just tired. She says that her mission for the series is to cut out all the bullshit and get ridiculously candid about the good, the bad, and the downright ugly of pursuing our passions. You know, I'm gonna just get her in here because I don't want to waste any more time. I just love her. She's a classy lady. She's coming down the hall right now. Put some hearts on the screen, won't you please? It's our way of saying welcome as we roll out the carpet for today's guest, kicking off the short week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, with Beth Anne Campbell, or is it Campbell? Tomato.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Is both. It's both, Dr. Warren. It's Campbell or Campbell, depending on how much money you have or where you're from.
Okay, well then, which one is when you poll? See?
That's Campbell. So I'm married
Campbell.
to Campbell. Yeah, I was a Wesolowski before, so I upgraded with the Campbell. And then I just decided I wanted to be a Campbell because, you know, rich, famous people are Campbells. And even though my Michiganders were Campbells, I just said, you know, I'm going to be a Campbell. And so I'm a Campbell.
Do you say Michigander?
Yeah,
I'm a Michigander.
Yeah. I know. Niles, Michigan.
Yes. And my husband's from Kalamazoo.
Well, I'm a Bronco. So there you go. Go Broncos. Western Michigan University grad.
Oh, so is he.
Oh, well, just get out of town. Yeah, born
Who
and
knew?
raised. I live in
Right?
Virginia now, but I'm only here since 2017. So
Okay.
escaping the winters, you know, you've been there.
Yes. What was I gonna say? I love the hat. Love the hat. Talk
Thank
about
you.
that.
Thank
We gotta
you.
talk about
This
the
is,
hat.
yeah, this is Miss Hattie Arbuckle. For anybody who's over the age of 50, you may remember Fatty Arbuckle was a
Please, I'm
star.
still sensitive. Don't trigger me. I'm kidding.
Excuse
Speaking
me.
of, go
No
ahead.
offense intended. No offense intended. We don't fat shame here. This is Miss Hattie Arbuckle.
Oh, it's
She's
cute.
my steampunk hat. Thank you.
Did
Yeah,
you did you purchase that or did you create it?
I purchased it. Yeah, I purchased this one.
No.
I have one that I created and I zhuzh it up a little bit sometimes for holidays, but yeah, I bought this one on Etsy, I think. Etsy. Yeah. Yeah, she's my little signature. Yeah, thank you. Thanks. I love her too. She's just you know, if it gives me, I feel like sometimes when I'm losing my edge, when I'm feeling a little, I don't know, too status quo, too corporate-y because I have a corporate background, I go, you know what? I got to just break out the hat and just be a little edgy. And I wear her on my podcast every week.
Okay. Oh, look at that. Well, hello, Robert Brooker.
Good morning, Robert Brooker.
Yes. What are you drinking on, Beth?
I'm drinking coffee in my Wonder Woman cup with a little bit of, I put a little bit of cocoa or sometimes some chocolate chips, some dark chocolate chips, just to get a little chocolate, little choco, little moco. What are you doing? Yeah, what are you doing? What are you doing? Are you
You don't you should know this pose. Hello. Dun, dun, dun,
oh
dun,
yeah,
dun,
oh yeah.
dun, dun, dun,
Wonder
dun, dun, dun.
Woman, all the world is waiting for
Right.
you.
I was about to do the spin.
And the power you possess. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's right. Classic. Linda Carter always. And she's still amazing today.
Huh?
She's still amazing today, Linda Carter. She's like 100 years old. And she's just
okay,
amazing.
I'm gonna find out how old she is. Let it be anywhere near my age.
It's probably
I'm gonna find out.
It's probably more like
okay, hold on.
70.
Alexa, how old is Linda? What's her name?
Linda Carter.
That's what I thought, but then I thought Jimmy Carter, and I was gonna say Linda. Alexa, how old is Linda Carter?
Linda Carter is 73 years old.
Okay, she's
okay.
She's more than 10. Okay,
that's not at old at all.
Okay, so you're right, 100 years old. But I'll remember. Don't. You know what though? You know she was a Miss America, right?
I probably knew that, yeah, but I'd forgotten. Yeah, I'm not surprised. She's beautiful and smart and just I mean, really, for a young girl in growing up in the 70s and the 80s, having that badass role model of just somebody who, you know, a superhero who was a woman. Oh my God, it was.
And I think that was the first time we'd seen them pay homage to a woman character from, you know, the cartoons and whatnot, superheroes.
Absolutely. And as a voluptuous girl having a superhero with some bazongas, you know, that was also a great.
Girl, tell me about it. Don't I know? I'm kidding. Well, actually, after, you know, when you work out a lot and then you stop, your chest starts with the B, rhymes with chest. I'm not kidding you. Oh, yeah, not now, but I mean, it happened once and I stopped working out and I've been over once. I felt the gravity. I was like, and then they were moving. I was like,
Oh yeah.
Nope,
well, they can if you work out too much. So I follow this guy on Reels, and he just comes out and he stretches, but he's a pretty muscular, well, not too muscular, but he's got some packs, man. If you look at him from the side, if you didn't see his head and he had a dress on, you might think, oh, is that a
what's your name? Who you here with? What sign are you?
Yeah, right. Exactly. Yeah, he's really cool. Thane Rivers is his name.
What's the name?
Thane. I think it's Thane_Rivers. He comes out and he stretches and he's just gives little motivationals to the people.
Well, I might have to check Thane out.
You should check him out. Yeah. And I mean, you should check him out.
Yeah.
So
let me ask you something.
Check it out. It's checking out. Yeah, ask me.
Yeah, I want to ask you something. You when you were in corporate, what kind of work did you do?
So I was, I graduated from Western with an IT, so information technology. So I was in IT, but I really didn't do a lot of technical stuff. I ended up being a project manager, working projects, people manager for the last 14 years, and did a little bit of contracts and stuff. But yeah,
so
like many people. No, I was released from the shackles involuntarily in September 2023. Hallelujah. Boom, boom, boom. Best thing that ever happened to me. It was difficult after 23 years in a couple of different roles and many roles in different companies. And it sucked at first, but you know what? You were talking earlier about, the things in our lives that, and especially with your background, the things in our lives that we think of as inherently negative, right? That the challenges and the failures.
Mhm.
But the truth is, all roads lead to here, right?
Mhm.
So if we like here, and I do like here, we have to say we are who we are today because of those challenges, not in spite of them. And when I got laid off, like many people out there, I know you can relate. It sucks. You're losing your income. You don't feel valued. I
Yeah.
was, middle-aged person also feeling that too. But you know what? Best thing that ever happened to me.
I
Best
know
thing ever
that's
happened.
right. Divine timing. Divine timing.
Absolutely.
I don't go ahead.
You're so true because I have thought about this myself. I'm telling you, you're in my head.
Mm.
I was not ready before this. I wanted to. I was side gigging it. I was writing. I was podcasting for 5 years before I got let go, ranting about corporate. Thinking about all the things I was going to do, but never had the courage to do it, and finally did it. And I know that was because I was ready. I don't think I was ready before for that whole 5 years or more of thinking about, let me get out of this hellhole. But
So many.
timing was perfect. Yeah.
As a matter of fact, well, that's divine timing. That's how you know.
Mhm.
As a matter of fact, some of my team will be joining me in Charleston
Love
later
Charleston.
this week. Yeah, I'm excited. And sorry, girl, but I got to use it. Tracy Randolph will be there, and she came out of corporate. I remember when we first started coaching together. Oh my goodness. I had to go and literally watch the movie Jaws just to have enough shark references to get it in her head so that she wouldn't go running back into the mouth of Jaws, because she was like, it was like she had been like corporate narcissism. Like she had been groomed into, oh, please, I don't want to be here, trafficker. Okay, the door's open. You can leave. I don't want to leave. I'm in love with you. That weird connection where she didn't want to be there, but she didn't want to leave. So anyway, I know
It's
when
true.
I talk. Yes,
It's very true. The first 10 years of corporate, I loved it. I was young, dumb, and full of whatever, and I was just, I was a smart, pretty girl, so I got away with a lot more. And then you kind of get to a point where it's not fun anymore, and then you start getting older. So I'm 58. I got to a point where I started getting into my late. Thank you.
you really do.
Thank you very much. It's genetic. I think it's I have an aunt who's like 75 and she looks like she's 40. But yeah, right. But you get to a point and then you just get treated differently. You get treated differently as a, whatever, fill in your ism. But for me, it was I'm a woman and I'm in my middle ages, and I felt it. I saw it in others. So
yeah.
But it's a love-hate, because I learned so much. And again, it brought me to here, and I learned so much. And the people were amazing, and I was really lucky. A lot of people have really shitty bosses. I had, except for the last one, I had really, really, really good bosses that really exemplified leadership for me. So I was very, very lucky in that.
Casanova. Hi, Mike.
Hi, Mike Casanova. That's a great name.
Mike Casanova.
I want that name. And if you say it fast, it almost sounds like Mike Casanova. Mike Casanova.
Mike Casanova?
Yeah.
Who is that? That Mike Casanova. He's your, you heard me. Whatever.
No, he's he's
my universe. You're visiting. So good morning, Mike. Good to see you. So listen, I because I'm going through something I remember. See, when we work for ourselves, when we are those of us who are entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, not inside some organized form of making a living. Well, I mean, it's organized somewhat. But you know what I'm saying? I don't have a boss except for God to report to, which is nice. However,
hallelujah on that one.
I kind of do. Because like this week, here's an example. And I have to remind myself, let's go here. I'm excited because the Mecklenburg Department of Social Services, where I'm speaking on Friday, it's the audience I've been dying to get in front of all these years because they represent my peeps, foster care, right?
Mhm.
So anyway, so I have an agency now, a bureau, a speakers bureau. So this is my first gig with the bureau. You know, you get paid a whole bunch more. You get paid a whole
Congrats.
bunch more.
Oh,
Thank you. However,
there's always the but, isn't
I
there?
mean, it was like so much about the PowerPoint. And I was like, look, the slides aren't converting when you get to there. You can't open it. Blah, blah. I'm bringing it on a flash drive. I've never, as you know, when I'm just the one getting hired, now 300 and some gigs over the last 10 years, right? I'm like, I'm directly talking to the client. So I can, it's okay. Trust me.
Yeah.
They don't have a worry in the world.
I got this.
Now that
I've been
there's
here.
a middleman, the client wants you to bring your laptop just in case there's an issue with your thumb drive. I was not planning on unhooking all this stuff and dragging that laptop. And I was like, absolutely not. Somebody was like, stop, Lauren. You don't want this up. Thank you, RuPaul. Where are you? It is time for you to lip sync for your life. RuPaul. And don't it up. Right. So anyway, so that's what I heard. I heard RuPaul saying, Lauren, breathe. And I was like, I'd be happy to bring my laptop. Of course. And then I was secretly going. But now what it has done, it has allowed me to practice. Plus, I'm still waiting on them one thing because they sent me an itinerary the other day. So it had me I have 4 breakout sessions, 2 and 2, morning and afternoon. Really 2, but 4 of them, 2 different topics. But then they sent me a finalized one today and they didn't have any breakouts. So I'm like waiting. And I spent maybe 7 hours prepping for these 2 different breakout sessions. So my point in this is that let's go there. What about you? Now tell people what you do today outside of the podcast. Do you coach? You work with people, right?
I don't. I work with people informally. I've been doing that for forever. And I actually started
that means free.
Yeah, that means for free, right? Yeah. Like I have coached many, many people in as a corporate coach. Yeah. I tried corporate coaching last year and it just didn't feel like me. I just felt like it was a world, once you label yourself a coach, especially like on LinkedIn, the vultures come out. I don't know if anybody out there has experienced this, but the vultures come out, all the digital marketers, all the, the people that want to give you your SEO marketing and they want to show you how to do LinkedIn better and increase your whatevers and
YouTube and look, they circle everything.
And that's great. Power to the people who are trying to make a living, but it wasn't for me. And it was difficult finding people, corporate people, especially like in this day and age with this climate that we're in the United States, people are, they're reluctant to speak out. They're reluctant to, I spoke out quite a bit. I got in a little bit of trouble for it sometimes, but I spoke out, but I was the outlier. People don't want to say anything. They don't want to go out on anywhere, but certainly not LinkedIn where they're linked to a company and even say anything bad generically, or even like or comment on something that hits them, like, the shitty job market or crappy hiring processes. They just don't want to do it. So, I tried it for a while. I'm not into it. So I'm a full-time author and podcaster, and I'm working on being a public speaker too. So I haven't.
You'd be awesome at it.
Thank you.
What do you mean working on? You haven't done it yet?
I haven't done it. I've spoken tons on lives. I've had a bazillion podcasts, but I've not done like, hey, sign up for a summit and do an actual speaking.
No, I'm talking about the live stages.
Or live stage, not.
That's where you're going to kill it. You're going to kill it on the live stage.
All right, you're inspiring me. That's my new goal. Public speaking live, not
everybody right now. I'm calling on all of you. Good morning, Sherry McQueen. You guys, listen, when you put a petition out to the universe, this is when we all come running and we pour our prayers into
thank you.
Beth Anne's journey. So do that right now, won't you please? It's painless, it's free, and it's very gratifying. So we're going to come in agreement with you that it is already on its way, and we've just added our prayers, pushes it even closer. So I'm telling you, this is your year. This is the year of the great outpouring, the year of Jubilee. We all know this, right? So you must speak it. so that you can beckon it towards you. And I already have seen you doing it, so I know it's coming. I've already
Thank
seen
you. This is my year of joy, jubilee, and getting my voice out there to the world. Love
Did
it.
she say joy?
Yes.
Oh, that's our word of the day.
You resonated.
Yes.
You resonated, Joy. I
Yes.
love you when you were talking about your was it Wednesday? Yeah, your mindset.
Wednesday night's webinar. Joy, the most powerful energy for transformation. And not just your transformation, the transformation of everything around you. Which, let's talk about that. When you left corporate, I wrote this down. We need a different reference point. I don't want to hear you say this one again. You were not, when you said got let go, you outgrew that opportunity.
Yeah. Great perspective.
When I decided to travel,
I was ready to move upward and onward.
Right. Yeah. You're now where you're celebrated and not just, you all know, tolerated. And let's talk about how different is your world today, really? When you wake up, when your eyes are, some of you,
oh my God,
still wake up and go, oh my God, I forgot, I got to go back to that place. Lord God, Jesus, no.
They're not even waking up like that. It starts about Sunday morning, Sunday afternoon. You start getting the pit in this. I know because my husband is that way. He still has a job, a traditional job. And the joy.
I remember that when Sunday, you because we all had that thing Sunday. You get up, you start the laundry, you start doing all that.
You do your grocery shopping, whatever. Yeah.
But you know what? When we do it, when we face what we're doing today, look where we're at. We're not at somebody's office.
Oh yeah, it's like what else can I do today that's amazing versus I can't even my
you
heart.
Really didn't have a weekend. You only had Saturday because Sunday was already theirs. True. So talk about it. What are the greatest differences in your world today? And also, I have a feeling not just mentally, spiritually, but physically, how different is your life today? Now that you're the one conducting the orchestra.
Yeah, it's so different. I can't even tell you. And for those of you folks out there, if anybody is in a corporate job and you're feeling this and you're wondering what it's going to be like, if you really want to get out, but you're afraid, the other side of getting out of a job or a role or a career that is just not filling your cup is amazing. And it took me a while to get there. I had to, once I made the decision, the universe made its decision to put me out into the upward onward. It took a few months for me to, I had the panic. I was I was 2/3 of our income, and I didn't know anything else for 23 years, but corporate as to how to earn money. So I had to go through battling the unemployment, questioning my value, all of the stuff the job seeking. Oh my God, the job seeking, the hell of job seeking. And then one day, and I remember the exact moment, it was a Saturday and I was sitting down and I was starting to feel that feeling again. And I thought, what am I doing? The feeling of the pang of, I'm going to have to go back into another corporate job full time. And I said, I'm not doing it. And I just right then and there, I said, I'm not going back to corporate. I'm not doing it. And it was like a hurricane, 50, 100-pound boulder being lifted off of my shoulders. And I thought I was a self-aware person. I knew I was under stress in corporate. I understood chronic stress. I understood that what it was doing to me. I felt it. I had no freaking clue. I had no idea how bad it was until I made the decision and said, I'm not going back. And the joy that I started to feel from that moment on was like, I don't even know if I ever in my life consistently, I had pockets of joy. Of course, we all experience great moments, but it was so much clouded by the over. Right?
So listen to that right there. She said pockets of joy, which means it's almost like you're having a ... relationship with joy, which is you're like Morse code. And it's a shared custody agreement. When we've been told that we can count all joy, which would make it a complete circle, So I want to ask this. At what point, if you can remember, Beth, and I have a feeling you do, did you start processing what was really happening? And I'm speaking to the regretting of a reality before it's even reality. You know that, that's a horrible feeling to start regretting the reality when it's not even here yet. What's it going to feel like once you step into it?
Yeah,
So-
immediately. This, as soon as I kind of knew that that I was going to be, that my boss had this, that we just got bought out, and the signs were everywhere. I knew that I was ready to be for a change, shall we say? But it was as soon as it happened, it was immediate. I mean, it was kind of coupled with that panic, because you get used to I mean, let's face it. It was in tech, and tech in corporate is good money, and I was making good money. I didn't have to think about things. I was very privileged, recognized that the gratitude that I had for that, but it's also hard to leave that, because it's nice to not have to think about things. And I thought the world would crumble. It didn't crumble, but I thought it was going to. So immediately I'm thinking, I've got to get back out there and get something. Right. And then on top of all of that, because I had been, the roles that I'd had, I'd come through networking, through people that were very trusted and who understood my value. And now I would have to go out blind, and I did talk to my network, but it was basically looking at job listings. And that's a whole other level of stress of thinking about, all right, now I'm a woman in my 50s. I'm a high salary, so I'm probably going to have to reduce that. All the things going through your head all the things that go through your head, because I knew what it was like. I knew that part of why I got why my position was eliminated was because of money. But immediately the pangs of
And
regret.
it's also the routine being all screwed up.
Oh yeah. Oh my God.
You've been
right?
doing,
Yeah. It's like, what do I do with myself? And it's easy it's actually easy for the first few months when you're still in the mindset of, I'm going to go back, right? I've got to do unemployment. Unemployment has requirements. I have to, fill out forms. So that takes some time, and you have to apply for positions. And then I'm applying for other positions on top of that. And once that stopped, then it was another year of what am I doing with myself? And that's really when the mindset work, I really had to jump into that, and really didn't even jump in. It was another universe moment, but it's an adjustment. It really is, but it's a good adjustment, because it was filled with, yeah.
And
Well,
I
you know
want
what?
to say this. I want to say that a couple of things. Let me cross that off. So remember, got let go has got to go.
Yes, got it.
You know what I mean? Because the thing
released is a better word, because I feel I was released.
There you go.
Things. Yeah.
There you go. Now, the reason I pointed that out, I'm not picking on Beth Anne, but she's got a tough skin.
Words matter. Words matter.
They really do. And when we're talking about where we are in comparison to where we were, and we're trying to, we must live our teachings if we're going to teach. So I want to say this. I look for the benefit. So one thing I know for sure that represented was it gives you a peek inside of what you get to choose as far as what it's going to feel like for you, look like for you, and be like for you when retirement comes along. Because that routine when you get up, a lot of people, my birth mother, she was on her job she was a palletize operator, ran a forklift in a fruit cannery for 32 years. And then she retired and only lasted 2 weeks. And then she went to work at the Catholic Church for another 21 years because she could not. She's like, I can't do it. I don't know what I'm going to do. I have to get up. I need a reason to get dressed. I need a. So that's a real thing. Now, I also want to ask you about this. You can talk about that, but then talk about this too. Why is it? So the person that you reported to in corporate, what was their official title? Manager, supervisor?
Director.
Okay. So why is it that when we're in those types of situations, we refer to those people as a boss, which means they can now be bossy, but instead of saying, oh, my director, who can be directory, oh, wait, that's another word. You know what I'm saying? Or supervisory, or, how do you feel about that word today, now that you are your own boss?
I use
boss. Word?
Not for me. I used boss for many years because, like I said, other than my last one, I had really, my first boss was amazing. My second boss who pulled me from that job was amazing. I went back to a company for I had really, really good bosses until the last 8 months of my working in a consulting firm. I don't refer to him as my boss. And partly that is because before I became enlightened of the mindset and how I react or respond to the world makes a difference. I was on a bit of a rant, and because I already had a podcast, I was already doing some corporate ranting, already wrote a couple of corporate ranty books. I never referred to him as my boss. I always referred to it as the management team, because there were a few of them, and I didn't want to, just for liability, if I'm going to go out on a rant publicly on LinkedIn, I didn't want anybody coming back and saying, well, you're talking about me. So there were a few people in that group, but I don't mind the word boss. I like calling myself a badass boss. I like being my own boss.
Let me shed a little light on that. I had a feeling, and I did not know this. So it was really a download that threw the question on the paper here.
Yeah.
Boss/bossy. So here we go. Did you guys know this? Because words, I almost said Bruce Willis, Lord Jesus. Bruce Lee said it. He said that words cast spells. And that's why it's called spelling. Made perfect sense the moment I heard it. So get this. The word boss, meaning a person in charge, literally entered the American English in the mid-1600s. It was borrowed from the Dutch word baas, B-A-A-S, which meant master.
Oh, okay. Well, now I don't like that word.
See what I'm saying? I'm telling you, I just knew something about it. Ew. Yeah, anybody smell that? Right. It was because you cannot serve two masters.
Yeah, this is true. And you know what else is you know what else I don't like about the word bossy is that young girls often, when they display any kind of assertion or leadership or whatever, they get called bossy. Boys tend to be called, not get those terms. So it's like, stop being so bossy. So I heard that a lot when I was younger too. So you know what? It's out of my vocabulary. Boss.
There it is.
Or maybe we should reclaim it. The
term boss gained popularity in the United States due to a preference for it over the word master, which had become associated with slavery, of course. But makes perfect sense when you tie the literal meaning of the word to the literal feeling you drug home with you every day. Ooh,
yes, truth. I know. I'm a Chapsticks Anonymous kind of a junkie. So do you have it? Do you have it? It's like it's somewhere. There's something that you have to do all the time.
Let me keep digging. You know what?
Let's do a comparison of all of our chapstick.
That stuff in there. Oh Lord, you win. But upstairs I would. We have like 40 now.
Yeah.
If they had let's make a deal for your desk drawer, I'll give you $100 if you can pull a boiled egg out of there. Got it.
I love it. Yeah, that's my purse. That's my purse. My husband will be like, my sister, I'll go visit my sister in Michigan, and I haven't seen her in a year. And she'll be like, do you have a Tums in your purse? And I'm like, who do you think you're talking to? I got Tums, I got Advil, I got sinus medication, I got a safety pin, I got a tweezers. What do you need? I'm like that Allison on the Breakfast Club. No, I don't have Benadryl because it makes me sleepy, but I do have pseudoephedrine. I got this. No, that's even better. No. No, I do the pseudoephedrine. I do the stuff that they make meth out of because that's the only thing that works for my sinus. The stuff you got to go to the pharmacy to get the sinus medication.
Somebody timestamp that. We'll have to edit that out. Anyway, Beth Anne Campbell. I can see it now.
I didn't tell you how to do it, but
no, Beth Anne Campbell. Meth dealer exposed itself on live stream.
Beth Anne Campbell. That's my new name.
Beth Anne Campbell. No, Beth Anne Campbell.
That's right. That's right. Beth Anne Campbell.
Beth Anne Camp Raise Bell. Can't raise bell. Okay, we're going too far. Okay, so listen. Let's go into the podcast, shall we?
Sure.
Oh, and the bacon.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, can I throw a little? Here it is. The book.
Where the hell is my bacon?
Yes.
Let's go. We'll come back to the podcast. Let's go to the book. Hold that up again. I wish you'd have sent me the cover. Where the hell is my bacon? We'll read what it says underneath there for us.
It says how an innocent pork product conquered employee engagement and change management at a large Midwestern corporation. For those of you who live in Michigan, I will just say it's a utility company. I'm not going to say which one, but there's only like a very small handful of big ones in there in Michigan. So, but yeah, it's true story. This is the true story. of
Bacon.
yeah, it's a true story of a
Literal
tech
bacon.
team. Literal bacon, yeah. A tech team that was really stressed out. They were being outsourced to a company in India. Their operational support was being outsourced. People were fearful. It was the worst time I had experienced since I was there. And I was a manager, so I had to deal with all this stuff. And then amidst all of this, we had a new CIO, brought in a bunch of people from the auto industry. They didn't understand us, and everybody was like freaking out. Big reorganization. And then some brilliant, I say in quotes and air quotes, some brilliant vice president decided that why don't we just go healthy in the cafeteria, and we're going to remove bacon bits from the salad bar. And that spawned a movement where the people were so afraid to talk about the outsourcing. They were so afraid to talk about their fear and their stress. I had people in a conference room in their one-on-ones crying because they didn't know what was happening. I didn't know how to best reassure them. And meanwhile, I'm also helping to do this transition. So all this stuff's going on. And so they jumped on this because I jumped on it. We had a social media in our company, and some guy just went out and was lamenting the removal of bacon. And I was like, oh, we need this. We need a distraction. We need a voice on something that people feel comfortable with. So people would talk about bacon. They would talk, and then they started getting angry about bacon in the wellness room and the equipment taken away. And oh my God, now they're charging extra for cheese. And what's the big, and they were really getting angry. And you could tell it was a little microcosm of all of the big stuff going around.
What's really going on?
Right. And I loved it. And I jumped on it.
That back.
So it became a movement. We had kind of this culmination of this bacon themed event. And then after I moved jobs, I took an opportunity outside that company. And then that was when I said, okay, I need to write about this. So I did. Power to bacon. Bacon is a beacon of change. How great is that?
Bacon is a beacon of change. Well, I just love it. I think you have a real an anointing, a gift with I have it with titles.
Oh, thank you.
Naming groups, and you'll be great with keynote titles.
Thank you.
When you're as a leader, you'll probably name your people like the LMH Coaching Rock Stars.
Oh well, right? Yeah, I probably already have.
See,
yeah.
I knew it. I knew that's a gift.
Thank you. You had a guest on your show about a little over a week ago, Heidi Medina. She's the one that introduced us. And Heidi has told me that I have I'm a title queen. So thank you. I appreciate that. I put a lot of thought into titles because like the Thirsty Professional, I
love that
podcast, and I pondered, I wanted to call it Full Frontal Professional. But then I thought, well, maybe that's a little too edgy for LinkedIn because it's LinkedIn people. But yeah, so
they're all freaks behind the curtain. They're all freak girls.
I know. They are. You're so right. But no, I thought about it, and then I finally came up with the Thirsty Professional because thirst is all something that we use. Like you talk about a thirst tweet when somebody says something that's a little, sexy, edgy. And I thought, well, it's got a double entendre, a double meaning there. So yeah. I love Tara's comment. I don't know what I walked into, but I need my bacon, baby. So, hi, Tara. Hats off. Thank you, Tara. Yes, amen, man.
So
bacon all the way.
What kind of response did you get on the book? What were people saying after having read it?
Really, mostly good stuff. I mean, so here's the interesting thing about publishing a book.
Hold on. What she really was insinuating was mostly good stuff. A couple. Shut up, bitch. Right.
I did. I remember my first 1-star review on Amazon, and some lady, her name was Alice Cooper. So of course I had to jump on that, right? Be my Frankenstein. School's out for summer, but yeah, so it was mostly good. But here's the thing is I thought that it would blow up because there were 8,000 people in the company, and I was orchestrating this whole thing while all this bacon stuff was happening. And I was using company-wide email. Everybody knew about it. People still today, it's been 10 years. My niece is a hairdresser, and she says she'll have people come in and say, oh yeah, I work for this company. And she'll be like, oh, my aunt used to work there. Her name's Beth Campbell. And they go, oh, why does that sound familiar? And she'll say, well, there was some sort of bacon thing, and they're like, oh yes, I remember the bacon thing. But
So it's an
it
era.
did, yeah, it was an era. So it did okay. I really needed to, I've learned a lot. Of course, here's the thing. I published this book literally the month that COVID lockdown started. So I had all these plans to go to Michigan. I was living in Virginia at the time. I was just like now, and I was going to go to Michigan, and I was going to meet up with some people and maybe talk to some bookstores. And then COVID hit, and so that for the next 3 years it was. But I don't. You know what? It's still there. It's still fresh. It won an award in December. So
Congrats.
thank you. It's a fun book. It's a little. It's a lot sweary. It's. I always use humor. I can't help but use humor. So it's not a dry, boring corporate book. It's a fun book. I've got bacon recipes in the end.
Beautiful.
Inspired from this event that we had. So yeah, I can't complain.
May Ward, how are you from San Jose? What's your high temperature going to be today, May? Do you know? I bet it. What do you think? I think it's going to be 82. What do you think it's going to be?
Yes, San Jose. Isn't San Jose kind of in the north a little bit? So
let me find out. Hold on. Do you know the way to San Jose? Who sang that?
Dionne Warwick. Dionne Warwick. Oh, yeah. Do you know the way to San Jose? By the way, your theme song is, you have the best theme song of any podcast that I've. Show me your soul. Baby, I'll show you mine. It's just, how can you not be like, just jamming with that?
Thank you. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
I tried to change it once and they were like,
no,
don't make us come over there. Right. So
you shut your mouth. You shut your mouth. We're not doing it.
I was close. I said
79.
79.
That's close. That's pleasant.
What's the high end in Virginia today? It's pretty warm there, right?
About 79. Yeah, in the upper 70s.
Alexa, what's the high temperature in Chicago today?
Today, in Chicago, Illinois, expect a high of 59 degrees Fahrenheit.
59. 20 degrees less. It's going to be like that in Charlotte this weekend. So a lot of rain this weekend coming. But when they say it this soon, it's probably not going to happen. You know how when they say, next weekend.
Day before, even day of, even today, my husband looked out and he said, it looks like it's going to rain. I better not go on a hike. And now it's sun shining out. So no.
I know. And my husband's that way. He takes everything. I was like, were you cloned from a meteorologist or someone? What makes you think? Why do you believe them? I don't. Yeah. When they say something, I plan the opposite. Oh, let me just say this. Do you know how, like, if you're planning, because I used to be an event planner 26 years. Do you know how you can find out if the date you want for something is going to be what it's going to be? You Google the temperature for the 3 years in a row, and it will give you whatever the 2 out of 3 is. 95% of the time, it's what those 2 were.
No kidding.
Yes,
that is a great tip.
I did it for years, and I was, don't worry, I have it on good authority that it's going to be sunshine. But they said,
I'll bet.
Trust me, girl. And sure enough.
I'll bet you it's more accurate than looking at the actual weather report.
Of course. They want to mix up their little graphics and stuff, their green screen. But I had the thunderstorm yesterday. Give me something else, some snow, blizzard, anything.
And you might have this in Chicago too, because we're kind of in the mountains, in the valley of the mountains. And if it depends on where the weather's being taken, it can be like 10 degrees different. So you don't even know. And it's probably similar to Chicago. You've got the lake effect, right? So there's, depending on how close you are to the lake, they might be like, hey, we're going to get 8 inches of snow or nothing, and you just don't even know.
Oh, we got a lot of people watching 641 right here, right now.
Well,
I'm looking at them. And I want to ask you this because I want people to head over. Tell people what day and time and what platforms they can catch this amazing podcast, Thirsty Professional. And do you have guests and things, correct?
I do have guests. I have really awesome guests. Yeah. So, first of all, the podcast, The Thirsty Professional, it runs live on Fridays. Most Fridays. I do take a day off every here and there, but Fridays at 10 a.m. Eastern. For those of you in the UK or Europe, it's 3 p.m. UK time, because I have a lot of UK folks that join in as well. And it is basically, you grab a bevy and you ditch the BS and we talk about your career, your purpose, your passion. I am like not salesy, even though my guests do talk about what they do. Sure. But this is not like how to do digital marketing and how to get the best SEO for your website. This is what's my journey to here, because as you talked earlier, our journey is it's not in spite of the challenges, it's because of the challenges. And so I love talking to people about what the challenges are. Yeah. And yes, I do have guests. If anybody's interested in possibly being a guest, I got a little videos that I have people watch just to see what I'm looking for as far as fit, humor, energy.
Sorry.
And then,
I'm auditioning at the same time.
Yeah. Well, you're in like
I am.
Yeah. We'll I'll send you my link and you can we can pick a date. Yeah.
I have 633 witnesses, right?
Yes, I do. 100%. There, and I will say that I don't tell everybody. People think it's, I hope they don't think it's snobby, but I have a vision and I want the right people on my show. I don't want people to come in who can't talk candidly. And you talk candidly about your shit that you've been through in your life. Yep. Like every day, right? Yep. And you're an automatic,
and not just woe is me kind of talk. You guys, you don't just bring the poison. You at least got to bring a little bit of the antidote.
Yeah, what did you learn from the poison? Yeah, exactly. Right. What did it? Because all roads lead to here, and self-discovery is an amazing journey. But yeah, just hook up with the easiest way is to hook up with me on LinkedIn. Send me a direct message, and I will send you the links to get the process started to see if you're good fit. Yes, BethAnneCampbell.com. You can get all my links, but LinkedIn, it's Beth Anne with an E, Campbell with hyphens between the words.
Yes, like you see right there.
Yes.
Here we go. And we also have Beth Anne's website, BethAnneCampbell.com. And guess what? We're going to make it even easier for you guys by dropping both of those links inside the comment section here in just a moment at the end of the broadcast, which is actually now. So let's say you're Jerry Springer's daughter, granddaughter.
Oh, I wish.
And you're going to have your moment. So here it is. What is it? What's the one thing that you would hope people would take away from today? If they were to forget everything else we talked about here, take them there right now.
Well, other than my hat, and thank you, May Ward, for loving the hat, I think the one thing I would take away is get out there and do it. Follow your heart. It is such a great journey, and we're all going to have challenges, but I want everybody to believe that we are not here where we are today in this moment, in spite of the challenges, in spite of the pain and the struggles and all of the shit that we go through. We are here because of them. Because you cannot be where you are without experiencing life. So experience life, the good, the bad, and the ugly, and then share it with the world and be free and just love it.
And I'm going to add wait, that's a bell ringer for sure. And I just want to say this as we get out of here, you guys. Everybody has their own way, right? But I want to say this to you. Okay, it's in there. If you don't like the ugly, because it took me a long time to get that imposter syndrome known as ugly, from the way I looked to the way I felt to the way my world was. And I replaced the word ugly with the good, the bad, and the other. And the other.
I like
the good,
it.
the bad, and the other. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to tell you something. I say it and I mean it. They told me, and when I say that, I mean everything greater than me. We do not make mistakes, Dr. Lauren. It's simply what we have to do to keep y'all's shit interesting. And that's all it is. They just do it to keep this shit interesting. So count it all joy. Back to that joy piece, right? I want to thank you, Beth Anne, and thank all of you. You, Robert, thank you. Mike Casanova, all the rest of you. Sherry McQueen, May Ward, and the plethora of others, 643 again. Listen, Beth Anne, I know they're going to come and check you out, and they're going to love what they find. What's not to love, right? So continue doing what you're doing. I really appreciate you.
Thank you. You too, because you're awesome.
Thank you. I received that. Let me ring the bell. And you guys, we appreciate you. Now get over and check out Beth Anne's podcast, The Thirsty Professional. What day does it broadcast? And where can they find it again?
Fridays on LinkedIn or YouTube at 10 a.m. Eastern.
On LinkedIn or YouTube. And who knows? Cross your fingers, because I might try to convince her to bring her Thirsty Professional to television.
Ooh, would that be fun?
It will be. Yes, it will. Listen.
Can I wear the hat?
You can wear anything you want. It'll be your show.
Awesome. I would love that. Yeah.
Okay. And I will be, I'll let you guys know when I'm on the Thirsty Professional, because I plan to get there.
Yes.
Listen, we're out of time, but we are not out of love. Come back tomorrow for more of this. We've got tomorrow. Oh, come on back. The woke prophet is here. This guy, ooh-wee. He, since the age of 4, Thomas has been able to see inside the spiritual realm. And wait till you hear. Even the Catholic Church has called on him to come in to assist in exorcisms and things like, I mean, it's just amazing. This guy is really something else. That's tomorrow's show. And then on Wednesday, we got Chantel Murphy. She's a professional coach. She's going to be here with us. But today, Beth Anne, you have really kicked things off in a great, great way for us. So thank you. Listen, you guys, get out of here. Don't let my screen door slam on your way out. And remember, I tell you every day, Dr. Lauren absolutely loves you. And there's not a damn thing you can do about it. I'll see you tomorrow for another illuminated conversation right here on Bathrobe Moments. Thank you, Beth Anne. Have the best day ever. We love you, girl. Tipping my hat. Bye, everybody.
Show me your soul. Baby, I'll show you mine. Show me your soul. Honey, it's way past time. How explicit do I have to be? Need I spell it out before you get it, baby? Show me your soul. And honey, I'll show you mine. I'll show you mine. Oh, I'm standing right here holding up a sign.